might also gain some insight on Indigenous Australians. Maybe people might simply seek insight on Indigenous Australians, sporting or otherwise. I also wanted to try to gain some insight into myself, and ideally, learn from my failures while also celebrating my successes. The Washington Post recently reported that California's esteemed Chapman University surveyed thousands of people and found that the American population's second greatest fear is death. What's the greatest fear? Public speaking. Anybody who sees me speaking publicly will know I'm more comfortable making a football talk than talking myself. I don't hate it, and I'm not scared of it, but as a well-known Indigenous Australian, I'm often called upon to offer my thoughts on a variety of topics, and while I'm always willing to give public speaking a go, it's not my area of expertise. I'm a naturally shy person who doesn't feel completely at home in front of a microphone. That doesn't mean I don't have anything to say, it's just that I prefer to do so in my own time and space, which is the luxury that narrating an audiobook provides. When I was a kid, I would look at autobiographies in the school library. There was The Greatest, My Own Story by Muhammad Ali, and The Art of Fast Bowling by Dennis Lilly. I couldn't comprehend how somebody could live a life so interesting and exciting that people would want to pay money to read about it. I knew of Ali and Lilly, of course, and I knew why they'd become famous, but I found books to be intimidating, and the idea of anybody writing a whole one about themselves was just mind-blowing. Yet, here I am, writing my memoir, and here you are, listening to it. Thank you. This is the perfect forum for me to tell my tale, because my ancestors have always been storytellers, and we've been around since before books or paper or ink were invented. Our stories have long been told through the oral tradition, and later through cave drawings. Some stories can never be told because there are other people involved who value their privacy, and without permission, I'm not going to betray their trust. My life incorporates as much tragedy as triumph. My time on this earth involves 3 major phases: before my football career, during my football career, and after my football career. How I became a person whom some people view as an inspiration, or the spokesperson for a generation, when my childhood was spent on an Aboriginal reservation and my adult existence has been unconventional, is as much a mystery to me as it may be to you. But it did happen, and this is how. A final cultural note. I am completely at ease with myself and my people being referred to as Aboriginal, Indigenous, or First Nations, and with new and old terms, all of which are used in the following pages. We've often been rebranded, usually with good intentions, and I imagine there may be further future titles bestowed upon us too. As long as they're attributed in a friendly fashion, that's fine by me. Chapter 1. I'm a proud Noongar man. There are various ways to spell Noongar, but this spelling, N-O-O-N-G-A-R, is my personal preference. Noongars are Aboriginal Australian peoples who live in the southwest corner of Western Australia, from Esperance on the south coast to Geraldton on the west coast. We divide the year into 6 seasons rather than 4. November-December is the fruiting. January-February is the hot dry. March-April is first rains, first dew. May-June is the wet. July-August is the cold wet. September-October is the flowering. Most of these seasonal names determine whether our diets are going to consist of wheat, seeds and fruits, meat from hunting, or fish from the ocean. There are 14 different Noongar families of Noongar Budja, meaning country or land.